Hi guys, I'm going to share some of the evening meals that we have had recently. Tonight I am making this broccoli and mushroom boiled rice. I'm not going to fry it. I've got oyster mushrooms, spring onions, 2 carrots, ginger, garlic, and this is 2 heads of broccoli, and I've cut it up quite small and I've set all the stalks aside because I can use those in soup. The rice is nearly boiled now, so I'm going to add into this the broccoli. You can grate the carrots, but I've just sliced them quite thinly. I have also shredded the oyster mushrooms, so they were big like this, and I tore them up into little pieces. And I've also got the ginger and garlic, which I'm going to finely slice once I've got some space on the chopping board, and pop those in too. Because this pan is so full, now I've put the broccoli and carrots in it, I'm going to fry the mushrooms in another pan. There is still a little bit of water left at the bottom of the pan, so with the lid on, the broccoli and carrots should get steamed, but I will keep an eye on it. I might need to add some more water. Now the mushrooms and garlic have shrunk down, I am going to add them back over into this pan. And I've also added into there a little bit of sesame oil and some soy sauce. And this is the finished dish. I'm just going to add some spring onions to the top of it. There's also plenty left in the pan, and I'm going to portion this out and put it into the freezer. It's really quick to just reheat. Tonight it's quesadillas for tea, so for the filling I'm doing half a red onion and some garlic. I've got some grated carrots. It's really hot today, they're starting to brown already, so I'm going to need to get these fried off soon. I've got a few cherry tomatoes, and this is courgettes, which I've cut into quarters, and also some spring onions. I probably won't fry those. And then I've got some black beans too. Quite often you see quesadillas that have sweet corn in, and you could go ahead and add some of that, but I don't have any tonight. I'm frying the veg off in the pan. I don't want it to be too wet, so I've drained the beans. The tomatoes and the courgettes are going to have some liquid coming out of them, so I'm going to let that fry for a good few minutes, and then I'm adding to it some smoked paprika and some coriander, ground coriander. I'm going to bake the tortillas just so I can get more than one ready at the same time, and I also find the filling falls out a lot when I do them in the frying pan. So I've got a slice. This is actually sliced cheese. It's the Monterey Jack cheese. It melts quite nicely. I've put a spoonful of the mixture on top of the cheese, and then I'm just folding these over and pressing them down, and I should be able to get 4 on this tray if I squish them up a bit. I'm going to be serving them with some of this tomatillo salsa from Luchito, which is really nice, and the quesadillas are in the oven now. They take about 3 or 4 minutes on each side. These are the finished quesadillas. The sun's a bit crazy this evening. Let me show you the filling inside there. Looks really tasty. Just got to put a blob of salsa on it. We're having pizza tonight, so Trevor is just making up the dough. This dough makes enough for 3 pizza bases, and we usually have 1 each and put 1 in the freezer. So I've cooked the bases. This one is just cooling. It's going to go into the freezer. And these are the 2 we're having tonight. I am having just cheese on mine, and Trevor has got some salami on his one, which is from the Wenlock Edge Farm shop. They're about to go in the oven, and it's a boomba tomato puree with a little bit of Italian herb sprinkled on top. This is another quick one that we have quite often. Once the bases are done, you can whip up the pizzas very quickly. We're having crab linguine for tea tonight. This is a quick one that I make very often. It's all in one pot as well. So I've got a tin of crab meat, some cherry tomatoes, some red chilli, half a lime, a couple of spring onions and some coriander. And I'm also going to put lots of capers into this because I really like capers. My linguine is on the stove, and once this is done I'll drain it and then do the other veg in this pan. I've just drained the pasta, and now in this pan I'm frying off the cherry tomatoes and the chilies. Trevor's just adding this crab in for me now, so I've drained the juice out of the can and I'm adding it into there. It's just to heat it through. It only takes a couple of minutes, if that really. And then you just toss the linguine back into the pan and mix those chilies, tomatoes and crab all through it. I put the capers in right at the very end because I like them to still have a bit of firmness to them and not go too mushy. And then once it's served up, I have put on top the spring onions and the coriander and a good squeeze of lime, and this is it, all ready to go. Really quick, and I've mentioned it loads on my shopping hauls. This is one of our quick go-to weeknight meals. We have it most weeks. Bye.